Good morning, and thanks for joining us. I'm Veronica Brandon Miller.
And I'm Kelly Davis Strasbaugh, and this is Goodwill, Minnesota's Good News, where we get to share with you some of the good that's happening in our community.
And there's a lot of good, and we have a lot of good stories to share with you today, and good people.
We're still submitting the name change that we talked about from last week about the Great Will.
Yeah, it should be great news from Great Will,
Yeah,
but
so
we're still petitioning.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
So just to remind you guys, as always, whenever you shop or donate, you help us change lives through the power of work. We take your unwanted, unneeded items, instead of dumping them in the landfill or trying to figure out some way to get rid of them, donate them to Goodwill. We'll take them, we'll resell them, we'll give them a new life. Someone is going to buy them, they're going to love them, and then we're keeping it out of the landfill. And we use that to fund job creation in our community. Last year, we created 680 jobs. We helped 520 veterans and their families, and we also impacted 16,000 people while keeping 39 million pounds out of the landfills.
Booyah.
Boom. You can take that to the bank. That's just by donating the jeans that you grew out of, or the diet that didn't work out. I hear you. I'm right there with you. Donate those items that you can't wear anymore, and we can do something great with them. So we love to remind people of that. We're in 4 counties: Sarasota, Manatee, Hardy, and DeSoto County. So if you're in any of those 4 counties, please make sure you stop by one of your local Goodwill stores, one of your attended donation centers. You're going to see a smiling face, someone ready to take your donations and do something great with them.
And I hope that everybody has been to our newest store on 70 and 75 in Ranch Lake Shopping Center. That is fabulous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I know we have a great shot of it that I would love to show you, because when you walk in fact, Sally Schull, going to throw her name out there.
Love her.
She came to our grand opening, and literally she said, "Wow, I feel like I'm in Saks."
Yep.
I love that statement. Made my day. And you can see it has everything you can imagine, and it's all because of what you donate to us. So thank you again for every time you clean out your closet, you think of Goodwill.
Yes, these stores they're just getting so beautiful. They're bright, and we have great graphics, and everything's color-coded, which drives me nuts because I love it, and I just want to take everything that's Goodwill blue, I want to take it home. But please, yes, definitely stop by that store because that's a great one. But all of our stores are great, too.
We
not
can't be
really
picky.
biased.
But
no.
That was the newest, so that's
why.
why.
It is pretty.
Yes. And, well, now to the show. We have 2 fabulous guests that I would love to introduce. We have Pete Norden.
Thank you.
From iHeartMedia, which is hard.
We do heart them.
We do heart them. And Matthew Bates. You want to go by Matt?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I wonder where he works. Where does he work?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Shameless plug
He
there.
had, from SNN.
Only I had my team shirt on.
Well, it's a great color. We love blue. We love that you guys are doing this blue together.
Yes,
We really
thank you.
appreciate it.
Goodwill Blue.
Yeah.
I'm wearing,
Darn
sorry.
it.
Anyway.
One of our colors is green because we're good for the economy, so I'm just going to throw that out there.
Recycling.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Going
So
green.
let's start with Pete. iHeartMedia, which, for those of you who don't know, is one of the most philanthropic companies out there. And I'm thrilled to have Pete on to talk about what iHeart focuses on.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, and we're on a Goodwill show. We're in the good business. Each of our 5 radio stations play music. We talk about fun things. We contest. We, hopefully point you the direction to stay out of the traffic that you may want to avoid. Hopefully we play your favorite songs, and we tell you what's going on in the community, and we demonstrate all that's good in the community. But we're really the medium that is a smile medium, if you will. We don't talk about politics, we don't talk about religion, and we try not to talk about sports too much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So even when we were going through the Great Recession of 07, 08, one of the things that we always heard from our advertisers and our listeners was, you're sort of that release kind of place that I just go to get in a good sense of being. And so we've got a lot going on. We have the 5 radio stations here. Our AM station, just if I can brag a little bit, and I'll go up the dial. But on our AM station, which is 1450 and 1320, Sunny Radio, we are starting our 62nd year of Canada Calling. Yeah,
That's
Canada
awesome.
Calling airs each morning at 9 a.m. and 12 noon. It's hosted by Pryor Smith. He's Toronto's version of Paul Harvey, if you will. So for our winter residents that are down here visiting, they sort of get that check-in of what's going on at home twice a day. And that just kicked off this past Monday. We took one of our radio stations, 92 on the coast, and it is now Christmas on the coast.
We love Christmas music.
You know, some people think that we're a little bit nuts for
No,
going.
not at all. Not at all.
We go, you know, basically around Halloween, but we still are beat to Christmas by Home Depot, by Lowe's, by Walmart. They're a month ahead of us. But while there are some bah humbugers out there, there's a whole lot more people that are, you know, high-fiving and what we're doing there.
Love it. Love it.
So we've got some good things on the horizon with our rock station 105.9. I can't give too many details, but in 2016 we will be in essence doubling our coverage. So we're excited about that. On WSRZ, you know, we just finished up the Monster Mash. Had 800 of our closest friends down in Venice at the Halloween gathering. We're about to set sail on our 15th annual morning cruise, which is a 7-day cruise down to the British Virgin Islands, Tortola, back around to the Bahamas. So we're looking forward to that. And as you guys know, on WCTQ, we are coming to the end of making sure that all of the veterans that are laid to rest at the Sarasota Memorial Cemetery will all have wreaths this year. And we took that on a couple of years ago. And 2 years ago, every single hero had a wreath, and we take great pride in that. So that effort is coming to an end right now. So a lot of really good things going on. It's an exciting time for us.
And you have two of our favorite people in the entire world.
Well, they're two of my favorites too, I can tell you.
106.5 has Lulu and Maverick, who are Goodwill ambassadors, along with Pete. But
I should have worn my cape. I still have my cape.
Goodwill cape.
Next year, Great Will cape.
Great Will cape. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. We need your signature for the petition. But Lulu and Maverick, and it all stems from the leadership you give to the whole organization about giving back. And I love how I moved here from DC, and that was, I would say, somewhat philanthropic. This community is amazing, and then what iHeartMedia does for charities like Goodwill, like Child Protection Center, like others, you're really intertwining the relationship. And there's a picture of Lulu and Maverick that we absolutely love. And they are always willing to support our endeavors or you know, whatever we put together, events.
Yeah, and they're creative about it too, which is something that we've really loved, because like when Pete came to us with the idea for Young Guns, which we talked about a couple months ago, you guys are always keeping an eye on what's happening in the community, and you're really quick to reach out to different organizations, like Veronica said, not just us, but other nonprofits. And it's just awesome to see bigger companies like that taking an interest in what's happening.
And giving back.
Well, it's, you know, oftentimes while we get the credit for it, it's our audience, or it's our listeners that do it. They're the real muscle behind it. And as you know, certainly with WCTQ and many of our stations, our listeners are your clients as well. And they want to be involved in the community. They want a sense of community. They want a sense of doing right and doing good. And maybe we give them a bit of an outlet for that. But it really, the credit goes to our audiences and the really, truly caring community in which we live. And we just happen to amplify that.
Well, it makes sense because you're on the radio, amplifying.
Get it? Oh,
Ba-dum.
yeah, exactly.
We're here all day.
I know I love all your stations, and at night I do get in the car and put on Christmas, because it just gets me in the happy mood, you know, after a long day of work or something. But definitely in the morning, I've gotten through maybe 3 times.
Oh, I call all the time.
Lulu, I know you know Lulu and Maverick. I love their banter, and they go back and forth, and I always have an opinion too. I'm like, redial.
My husband, it's so funny, he takes it so personally. He tells me one time, Kelly, you gotta tell Maverick and Lulu, they gotta agree on more stuff. I'm like, it's okay. He was just getting so upset about it. Like, I'm like, they're friends.
Oh, really? Oh, no. I'm like, do they listen to Jeremy and I? Because there's a house divided there.
But they just jump in. I just love it.
Well, and it was great, when all of, this was sort of, I don't want to say the moon and the sun and the stars lined up, but, we were able to match up Goodwill people that were already Goodwill people that already believed in the mission and everything else, and then able to bring you guys and put it all together. Boy, you talk about something that has really worked out for both organizations. And now, with the Veterans Initiative, with Maverick, and the work that Lulu does, it continues to grow and expand. And the great part about it for us is that social media and digital media have really been I don't want to say a renaissance for radio, but a darn good shot in the arm, because radio really is not an audio-only medium now. It's very visual with digital and more social now than ever. So now Maverick and Lulu and our other personalities get to engage with their audiences in ways that were not possible 10 years ago, and they get it. So when we work together with Young Guns, or we work together with any of your initiatives, we're able to now take that content and spread it digitally and socially and get that many more people connected. Maverick and Lulu have now over 50,000 social followers. And these are people, this is volunteer, if you will, or marketing that is permission-based. They want to be engaged. And so when you're connecting with them on that level, you're able to communicate with them in really meaningful ways.
Yeah, it's definitely, I'll say it all day long, country fans, we are engaged. If
No
we
doubt.
find a cause that we love, and I say we because that's my station. I love 106.5, and I also love Drew at WSRZ, and I love Sarah too. She's during the day, but we get behind a cause, and that's one thing. Maverick and Lulu are so good about getting people riled up and ready. When he talks about the Veterans Initiatives, when he helps us with our Show Your Stripes, when he really took the initiative and worked on that, he helps veterans come on the air and read their resume. He just is. They're so innovative in the ways that they help.
Yeah, and none of that is all organic and natural.
Right.
And that's really from a medium or a radio standpoint. We don't hire DJs anymore. We hire people.
Right.
That are a part of the community. Maverick is a Venice native. He's a Venice high school graduate. Lulu moved back here for her mom many years ago, but she is an integral part of the community.
My twin sister.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And,
I thought it was her for a second sitting here. I was like, what are you doing here?
So we're not here to be anything other than real, and they do as good a job with that as anybody.
Well, your entire station, everybody is so philanthropic in the community. And again, it's not just a radio station. So when you turn on any of those channels that Pete was mentioning, it's actually community engagement. And I know earlier we just showed a picture. It was Lulu and the whole crew at iHeart helping us raise money for one of our initiatives. It wasn't just a 106.5 thing. We brought a Goodwill bike in to Pedal for a Purpose, and the entire station came on. And it shows that there's a huge family, and I applaud everything that iHeartMedia is doing for this community.
Thanks. And we're thrilled to be a part of Goodwill and obviously everything that we're able to do together.
Yeah. And if you're interested in learning more, how can people, like advertising, if they want to learn how to start a relationship with you, what's the best way to do that?
The easiest way is to probably just call. Our front desk line is 552-4800, or you can go to iHeart.com. You can go to any of our websites and type in keyword advertise.
Or just contact Kelly
Yeah.
or myself, and we'll hook you up.
We'll hook you up.
Yeah, we
And
know people.
we have friends. And we also, you can download, I heard there's an app. Just kidding, I have it on my phone. The iHeartRadio app.
Yeah, I'll brag on that just a little bit. We do have the iHeartRadio app that allows you to take your favorite radio station anywhere you want. You can build your own custom radio station. It is now, we just last week hit, between updates and everything, 692 million downloads, including updates, but we just passed 70 million active users. So real quickly, if you have a favorite radio station in your market or another market, it doesn't even have to be an iHeart station. You can listen to it absolutely free on your app. And if you want to build your own radio station You know, in Matt's case, if he wants a Celine Dion station,
I knew it.
This guy knows me. This guy
he
knows
can
me.
he can type in Celine Dion. It'll play Celine Dion songs, and it'll curate a radio station just for Matt. That too is commercial free and free of cost. All you have to do is go to your app store, type in iHeart. Well, ammo, it's right there. It's really, really easy.
Wow.
Kevin loves that. He tells
Yeah.
no commercials.
Yeah.
Calm down.
And you just gave a great leadway to Matt from SNN. Why do you
Yes.
like Celine Dion?
She's an excellent singer. First of all, I think she's won a lot of Grammys. You know, hits the high notes. You know, all that
I
good
just have
stuff.
to share. So my husband and I are taking French classes, and he knows way more French than I do.
What? Yeah.
But him trying to help, Celine Dion has when her first record is all in French,
Sure.
and he goes, "Listen to this; it'll help you."
You're like, really? Help me go to sleep,
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. So anyway,
Okay. You
Speaking
can
of-
speak it, you just don't know what you're saying.
we.
Right.
So, no, we. Anyway, so talking about philanthropic companies and giving back, SNN is another media outlet that gets it.
Sure.
And, you know, you've saturated the radio market in bringing organizations, the listeners, everyone together. I love what SNN does, so I'm going to give you the mic, literally.
I
Here's the mic.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's great to be on the show. Definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
And a
You're
pleasant
usually
surprise.
on the other
I'm usually
side.
on the other side of this whole situation. But, you know, I just want to echo what Pete said. Being in this sort of industry, and obviously what we do here at SNN, delivering the news, weather, sports, 24/7 to Manatee, Sarasota, Charlotte County, we have a responsibility to be good stewards and good citizens. And I can say that I'm very proud that we are partners with Goodwill. You guys, particularly you two ladies, because like Pete said, once again, it's the people that actually make the action work. I like to say, you know what, my buddy China Smith, who's a heavyweight boxer, he says, it takes teamwork to make the dream work. And
nice.
I love that because every person, individual, company, child has a dream, and no one's an island. You can't do things on your own. So you have to get support from people that share the same vision and that can help you get the things accomplished that you want to get accomplished. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I just want to congratulate you guys on what you've done. Once again, helping the veterans, 520 veterans. I'm a United States Marine myself.
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, what you guys are doing in the community really is something that is in the same spirit of what SNN does. Obviously, if you watch SNN, you're going to see a lot of things that we're donating to the community, such as, you know, Suncoast Community Charities, Suncoast Community Blood Bank, All Face Food Bank, and we just want to be that.
Channel.
Yeah, the channel that we can basically,
Channel. That's funny.
which is
I made that up. Go ahead.
that's a good that's a good save channel.
Pat myself on the back. But right.
So we can help the community. Obviously, we have that responsibility to do that. And you know, one of the things that we're really proud of is the fact that we partnered with Dick Vitale in May. And everyone knows the things that Dick Vitale does, and everyone knows about the V Foundation. We actually did a telethon, and in one day, 12 hours, we raised over $105,000 for
Fabulous.
children's
Awesome.
cancer.
Amazing.
Which, you know, is a testament to the community. Once again, we put the message out there. People have to activate to actually take action and to put those things together. So
Just like Pete said, you're listening to your listeners and your audience and saying, what do you want to hear, and let's partner together. Not many media channels do that. And when I say channels, venues and things.
Yeah.
Because it takes a community, and we do have one of the most philanthropic communities. Listen to the audience, let's engage. And
you know, things like Giving Hunger the Blues.
I
You know,
know.
we were
Last
involved
week?
with that. Yep, just last week that just came up. We were involved with that. And you know, what's interesting to me is that there's such a hunger problem on the Suncoast.
it's crazy.
Children, for example, 50% of children in schools on the Suncoast, they don't have a meal outside of, you know, a meal that's provided by their school. So, you know, we support the summer program with All Face Food Bank. help them, get messages out for kids and let people know where they can get support.
Right.
Things like a special that we did on the homeless. A lot of people, you see the homeless downtown, you wonder, how did this person become this way? And people need help. People have stories. People have, different obstacles that they have to overcome. And that's why it's great that obviously we give that message because we want to help the community. And that's awesome that you provide all the services that you do as well. So our goals are in alignment, which is great.
And besides just SNN caring about the community, same with iHeart. The staff is highly engaged, and I know we have a great picture. We were talking about the bike. We saw Lulu on the bike.
I love
we
it.
have a great picture of Matt on the Goodwill
Doing
bike.
a little workout
There
there.
it is. Yeah.
All right.
And this was our partnership with Meals on Wheels Plus, which is the food bank in Manatee, and helping to pedal for a purpose. Again, I'm sorry, Lulu looked a lot
I will tell you though, I took this picture.
Yeah.
Better or
better. I was
don't
like,
know
can
what
I
word
use the
you're
word
ser-
sexy? I couldn't. I
It
don't
did
know.
not take hardly any coaxing. I just want to make that clear to get him up on this bike. It's a pink bike, and he jumped right on. It was hilarious. 'Cause
Well,
I was
he
like, hey
listens to
Matt, can
Celine
you?
Dion.
And he just jumped right up on there. I mean, he was really excited.
I
to
aim
give
to
back.
please.
Yeah,
Really
but it is.
excited.
It's not just a media outlet. It's
people.
It's people.
Yeah.
And what you two are engaging, again, your listeners, your audience, and nonprofits that are working directly with those in need all together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, and we talk about it often. It's hard. Some nonprofits may not have like a media budget. So with SNN being able to give us this partnership to help with good news, we're able to bring on other nonprofits. So it's
keeps
ways
growing.
to kind of help people in the community. And
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I'm going to start. That's my quote.
I'm telling you, I
said
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
You heard me say that earlier in the
I
elevator.
love it.
But it's funny because in October we hosted a Goodwill conference. We had 7 states of Goodwills from the southeastern states, right?
It was 90 Goodwills.
90 Goodwills at our conference, and one of the things we kept hearing is, "Wow, we don't have this in our community."
I know.
This is
They were
unreal.
blown away
And-
listening to.
And we had you guys there, and they were just blown away by the ways that you guys give back, the fact that you do give back so much, but also, like, again, I keep saying it, creative, innovative ways. We're constantly looking for new people to bring in, new people to partner with. How can we help this organization? It's just, people are really taking note, and we want to commend you guys on that because it means a lot to us.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I want to congratulate you ladies. Do you realize that this is our 23rd episode?
23rd.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Episode 23. So the great news is
Oh, great news, see?
catching fire
Do we
here
get
on
a
the
cake?
Suncoast.
Do we
Get a cake or
Maybe when we
something?
get to 30. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I know it's early in the
I would
morning,
like to
but
give
still.
you a pear.
Oh my
Could you-
God, there's a pear.
But
I
that's
love
awesome.
how you
I mean,
refreshen them every week.
no, but that's awesome because when you came with the idea of, getting more involved in showing a face, Goodwill commercials are great. All the things you guys do is great, but when you actually put a face to it, and you guys are the best ambassadors of any of your ambassadors that you have, you're the champions of the ambassador movement. People have an affinity and build a relationship with you, and you guys tell me all the time how people email you and talk about the show and you have like a waiting list
Yes.
to get onto the show.
Yeah.
So
I thought he was going to say we were the best faces, and they said ambassadors. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, well, you do have the best hair.
we can edit
Everyone
that. We
knows
can edit that
better
in.
hair. But the whole premise of the show was, you're not going to hear iHeart tooting their own horn and patting themselves on the back. So it's important for us to thank SNN and iHeart because it is a partnership. And again, I hope that if you're not already listening to iHeart, or, well, I know you're watching SNN, but know that there's a face to a company and that they are caring and giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Love it.
Do I have
Thank you,
do I have
guys.
2 seconds?
You have 2 seconds.
I have 2 seconds.
Oh, yes.
I want to say this is part of our partnership, obviously. If we can get this here, there we go. This is our Suncoast Holiday Guide, and you can pick up a holiday guide at your local Goodwill location.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Basically, this is going to have information about some of our anchors, talent, and what they do for holidays, some of their special recipes, things of that nature, holiday gifts, stuff like that. So I definitely would encourage you to pick that up at your local Goodwill.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For free.
For free.
For free. So, with that, I could
You are
thank
too
you
much.
again for everything you're doing for Goodwill. And speaking of Goodwill, you want to talk about what's coming up?
Sure do. So we've had a lot of great things happening. There's always something fun happening at Goodwill. So coming up, we know we have really talented people in our community.
Yes, very
And
talented people.
Our ambassadors are great people. If you don't know what a Goodwill ambassador is, give us a call, visit our website so you can become one.
They're very wonderful volunteers
Amazing.
for
Yeah.
Goodwill, and we pair them up for what your specialty is and what you're interested in. And I know we talk about it every week. If you want to help children read through our Good Readers program,
We got a program.
yes, or actually last week we had homeless youth, but we're launching something in January called Good Futures. So stay tuned for
Yeah.
that. But using our Goodwill ambassadors, go ahead.
So we have some very crafty Goodwill ambassadors. So we decided to have, because it's near Christmas, it's getting there, we're getting towards the holidays. You need somewhere to find a great present, you go to Goodwill, but you can also come to our Goodwill Holiday Bazaar. You have
Thank
to
you
sing
for
it when you
singing
say
that.
it. You're welcome. It's not a singing bazaar, thankfully. I
And
know
it's
everyone's
this
wondering.
Thursday.
Yes, Thursday, November 19th, 5:30 to 7:30 is at our corporate campus location, which is 2705 51st Avenue East in Bradenton. You can go to experiencegoodwill.org for all the retail locations, of course, but that'll have our corporate website on there. So 5:30 to 7:30, make sure you come by. We have some great local vendors. We have Barb McSweeney, who does beautiful jewelry.
Absolutely.
We have Penny DiGregorio, who's going to be doing some of her jewelry. I will be there. I make signs. Using recycled wood, so it's kind of like a reduce, reuse, recycle thing that Goodwill does, just a little
Okay.
thing. Veronica's doing painting, so we are going to have a great selection of items for you at
So-
awesome prices, so you can buy.
This Thursday, 5:30 to 7:30, Goodwill Corporate Campus at 301 and 70.
Yes.
So again, go to experiencegoodwill.org if you need more information, but it's going to be fabulous. And again, I want you to turn on the Christmas station 92.1,
While you're driving there.
the coast, right?
Yep, Christmas on the coast.
Christmas on the coast. So listen to the music, and also we'll be singing. Why not?
Yeah.
At the bazaar. So we hope to see you there.
Because you have to sing bazaar. You have to sing
Just like
it.
that?
Yeah.
Nope. I'm going to leave that for Matt. Because
It's weird they haven't asked me to sing on the radio yet, but anyway, I'll leave that.
I'm waiting to be on 106.5
Yeah.
CTQ.
You can be like Kelly, just walk in and take on the show.
Yeah, I may or may not have stopped by a couple times. They don't let you in. Security reasons. I don't know. I just, Pete, get me back there, you silly goose.
Well, they always thought that I was Lulu. I'm like, no. That's my
hard.
twin.
Guys
We're
are
both the
hilarious.
spin. Anyway, so
So much fun.
yeah. But then again, thank you again for being on the show. And I hope that you will join us next week for great news here on SNN. Take care.